Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/Entitled People. In today's episode, entitled car salesman demands I finance. Entitled employee tries to trick me into signing up for a store credit card. Power-tripping roommate attempts to be boss of the house. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Entitled car salesman demands I finance. After selling my motorhome and SUV, I had the cash to buy our next car outright, and that's what I intended to do. I go find the car I wanted and go to the dealership to buy it. Test drive is great. Car is great. I'm ready to get the deal done. First, I'm given the final price sheet with a $1,500 warranty I neither asked for nor was asked about. I tell him to take it off. I have to go through his sales pitch and fighting me on it. I win. I'm not getting their extra warranty when the car is still under the manufacturer's warranty anyway. Next, he gives me a form to get my details for a credit check. I tell him I'm not financing. He leans back with a big sigh like I'm being difficult. I ignore him. Do you want me to write a check and wait for it to clear to pick up the car? Or do I need to get a cashier's check right now before the bank closes? He gets up and leaves. Great. 15 minutes pass. 30 minutes. I'm getting angry. He comes back with a manager and they both try to get me to finance. This is how you build credit. I already have a great credit score. You don't want to tie up this money. He tries to ask me some personal questions to make me scared to spend the money. Do you own a house? Do you have family who relies on you? I'm not playing this game. I have an emergency fund. I just want to buy the car. Personal check or cashiers? They leave. I'm made to wait again. I get this as their sunk cost fallacy scheme. The more time I waste trying to this done, the more likely I'll be to see it through, but I'm fed up. I get up to leave and he catches me on the way out. Are we doing this or what? I say. He's apologetic and lures me back to the negotiating room. Then he acts like I just killed his dog and says he lost the warranty money and now he's going to lose the financing money. I like you, I really do, but I've got to feed my kids like everyone else. Can you just work with me? The amount they give us for sales like this isn't even worth my time. It's ridiculous. I literally had to get up to leave again before he would finally take the check. I really should have walked out. Can you imagine being made to feel like an asshole when you're buying a whole car? I had a car dealership do this to me when I was 18. My dad didn't want me paying interest, so he had already loaned me the dollar and I was to pay him back, interest-free. Fortunately, he had come with me to buy the car, and when they wouldn't drop it, he told me, "Come on, we're leaving. We will look elsewhere." I was heartbroken because I had already fallen in love with this car, but I did as my dad told me. We ended up finding an almost identical car but with lower mileage and more options for $2,000 less at another dealership, and they happily took our cash. So it all worked out for us. Straight up father of the year there. Knows his stuff and passing on good knowledge. I would have walked out after the 15 minutes and gone to a different dealership. I have left a dealership when they were too busy. BS. We could hear it wasn't a customer, they were discussing Christmas plans. Went to a different dealer, they were great, and we left with our 4Runner that day. We have used them for 4 other cars and always get great service. I have paid cash for all but the one daughter leased. I start by telling them I want to discuss the all-in price of the car and nothing more. I tell them if they bring up warranties, financing, or any additional fees pop up after we settle on the price, then I'm leaving. I once told a car salesman who pulled that "woe is me, my bottom line" stuff on me that I didn't give a shit if he starved, this was business. He stopped trying to play games, but I was already coming out of my seat to leave at that point. It's possible to make deals where both people walk away happy, but impossible under circumstances like that. Fuck those types of salespeople. Entitled employee tries to trick me into signing up for a store credit card. This happened a while ago, but it was just so baffling I had to share it. A while ago, I went to a big department store to buy some home items as we just moved in. While we were waiting in line, it was not a long line, we were next, an employee notices us and tells us he will check us out. We follow him to a different register all the way across the store. It is obvious he wants to check us out because he saw our expensive items and wanted to get himself credit for our large purchase. But no biggie, get that bag, king. Anyways, while checking out he asks us if we want to join the store membership for a discount. I say no, he says, we just need your email, you will get a large discount. I say as long as all you need is an email, and it's not a credit card or something, sure. He just nods his head. I give him my email, but then he keeps asking for more info. I get suspicious, I notice him taking out a credit card, and I reiterate, I do not want a credit card. He says, no, it's worth it, I promise. At this point I'm annoyed and say, you know what, you can refund everything. And he apologizes and says, okay, no worries, you don't want a credit card, we don't need to sign you up for a credit card. Everything is fine and dandy, and I noticed when I get home and check my email, that he still signed me up for a membership. Which, again, is fine, but it's crazy he just tried to force us into a credit card we didn't need when there was a membership this whole time. Edit, this guy wasn't just pushy, he was actively signing me up for a card while trying to hide the fact that he was signing me up for a credit card. That's fraud. I get that they need to sign up so many per day/week, but no need to be pushy or sly about it. I was at a store where the cashier remained lovely the whole time, even as she rolled her eyes at the end and said, I am really sorry to do this, but they make us ask everyone if they want to sign up for our card. If I don't ask, it negatively impacts my performance review. So I just have to ask. You don't need to sign up. So many front-end associates are held to quotas that I sympathize with someone feeling pressured to pressure customers themselves, but trying to fool someone into giving them the information needed without their consent to apply is too far. Don't mess with someone's personal info and their credit. That one extends into fraud. Power-tripping roommate attempts to be boss of the house. So I'm heading out to meet some friends in the city, only to be accosted by my clearly agitated roommate. Her tense tone, you need to contribute more to household purchases like paper towels, toilet paper, light bulbs. Me, cheerful tone, hello. That sounds good to me. I suppose you didn't realize that I paid for the paper towels in the kitchen as well the toilet paper upstairs then. Her, and no you didn't. Those are my paper towels. Brawny brand. I bought them. Fortunately, I was actually able to produce the receipt showing I bought them from Walgreens, as well as the empty Walgreens wrapper which I'd just thrown in the trash can. So after showing the evidence, her ex-boyfriend appears. Him, well, I don't like you anyways. I just don't like your vibe. You just rubbed me the wrong way. Me, yes, I have observed this. Well, I'm heading out right now to meet some friends in the city, so now's not a great time for this kind of domestic discussion. Why don't you text me to schedule it? Her, oh, well, aren't you fancy? It was difficult to keep it together after the aren't you fancy line, LMAO. Anyway, this narcissist is actually gonna try to get the landlord to evict me, a guy who pays all the bills on time for the above reasons. Paying bills on time? Aren't you fancy? Some people just don't know how to not bite the hand that feeds them, huh? If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.